So we are here with the Undertaker and Michelle McCool talking a little WWE LFG. It returns on Sunday, June 22nd on A&E at 10 p.m. Eastern. To start this off with y'all, my first question to both of you would be, what is the most important thing that you are looking for out of a young wrestler?
Um, for me, as far as LFG is concerned, I just want to see it's all about the big picture. It's all about growing week to week, and being consistent in that growth. Um, so what I hope for each kid down there, not just my own team, is just that we are able to coach them in a way that they continue to grow, whether it's as a character, whether it's in ring work, whether it's you know backstage stuff, whatever it is, just that they continue to consistently grow week to week.
Yeah, the desire to be great and the desire to get better. Um, the opportunity that's presented to these kids is really incredible. Um, Obviously, we each have our four future greats, but again, we're all kind of all of these future greats at some point or another are dealing with other coaches as well. So just having all of that knowledge um, in a room, in a training facility, and being able to, uh, kind of set under the learning tree of four people who've come along and done their thing at the really at a very high level, um, is so important, and not to take that lightly. I think that's the biggest thing is just for them to have the desire to be great, be better, uh, week to week, and you know, just grow as a talent.
Okay. Mr. Undertaker, so there had been a rumor regarding you potentially being interested in joining WWE Creative. Is there anything to that? Are you open to potentially one day being part of the creative process?
Rumors are swirling around. Uh, yeah, I've always kind of had an interest. It's just a matter of making it work. Um, with my schedule and the other things that I have going on, because it is the ask for something like that is really big, and I, I have to be 100% committed to to be part of that, right? I mean, you have to be involved in all of these creative meetings and all of this other stuff. If we can figure out a way to make that happen, and me being obviously in Texas, I would definitely, I would definitely entertain it. And I'll always, if there's something that I can do to make uh, our product better, help talent, then I'm on board for that.
Okay. Michelle, who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of women's wrestlers?
Oh man, we hope
I
so.
know it's a hard,
We
it's
always
so
this question. I know. Um, Women wrestlers. I don't like this question. Um,
we can skip it. We can skip it.
I mean, don't cross your arm. I thought you were like this, like, do tell. I mean, I think you got to put May on there. I think you got to put China on there.
Yep.
Um, I'm gonna go Mula also.
Why you went old school, man?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's who paved the way, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna continue to go. I'm just gonna keep it old school. So that I'm gonna go Sensational Sherry. I think she changed the game too.
Love it. Love it.
That was safe.
Always ribbing her. All right. To both of y'all, who do you guys see as the next breakout star in WWE? Who has caught your eye? Maybe down in NXT, maybe someone who's younger on the main roster.
Um, the people probably, yeah, you know what? I'm not sure that I really want to say that. I kind of, I tell you what, who I really am high on, and it's not because promoting LFG, but I think Shiloh has so many layers
He really-
to his character that we have barely yet begun to scratch the surface of how deep this guy is. I think I think for, maybe 5 years down the road, he's going to be a household name. You know,
I agree with that. And I think what we saw from Jasper Troy last week, I mean, I think that was impressive.
yep.
I think he's going to do big things. And speaking of LFG, and not just because it's on our brains all the time, but I think Panina's going to be a breakout star.
Yep.
I think she's going to be a breakout star on the main roster within that short 5-year period. I do.
I don't know.
I think you got to keep your eyes on her. P nasty.
Okay, good answers. Good answers. Michelle, with Evolution 2 coming out, is there any chance you could make it at least an appearance, or would you be open to potentially working maybe a battle royale or a singles match?
Yep. I always say I'm just a phone call away. I like to. I mean, I've actually been in the ring a little bit, feeling pretty good. If they ask, I'll be there. In fact, I would love a Cool reunion. That would be, I think Layla's finally kind of getting back in the scene. But look, I'm always down to fight. I'm always ready. I have not been called, but I would love to do anything that they ask me to do. I just love the business. I think I got one more. I always say I've got one more in me. What do you say? I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I always ever was. Yep.
You butchered
I butchered it, but yes, I'm good for one more.
Okay. Mr. Undertaker, what do you think the current WWE product is lacking that prevents it from perhaps reaching a culture impact that the Attitude Era had?
Man, it's hard to put a finger on it, especially since the business itself is so incredibly strong right now, as far as gates and all the money that is generated. I feel like there needs to be maybe a deeper or some more deeper storylines. Everything is, we had the bloodline story, which was incredible. And I mean, it's probably not even over yet, but because there's so many in the bloodline or who've crossed paths with the bloodline. But that was such a rich story, and it worked so well. So I would like to see some more deep rooted
I think like
treachery.
the Dom and the Pub and the Rhea, that's been super compelling. More compelling, draw you in.
Yeah, I think more personal stories and vendettas and underhandedness. I like my bad guys to be bad and my good guys to be good, right? I need to feel my good guys in jeopardy and have it to really overcome things. And I think if we can do a little bit more of that, I think we'll be in a good spot.
Okay, fair enough. Last question for y'all. Mr. Undertaker, I was a big fan of the American Badass character. I always thought that had a little bit more legs to it. Is that a character that you wanted or you think could have lasted a little bit longer than it did? Or did you think 2004 was the right time to go back to the Dead Man character?
Yeah, no, I thought it had more legs. I think really we just kind of began to scratch the surface of what the range of that character would have been. And it was just, just sometimes you can only fight the man so long. And, You know, he loved Vince. I'm talking about Vince. He loved his Undertaker, and he was on board when I came up with the American Badass. He felt like, yeah, this is, he understood my reasoning and my logic behind doing it. But he was also like always waiting on the day, the return, of the hat and the coat. So
My Undertaker. I love my Undertaker.
so dumb. But yeah, I thought it had more legs, but I think everything worked out all right.
Yes, I do too. Well, thank you all. That's all my questions. Make sure to go out and watch WWE LFG this Sunday on A&E. Thank you guys so much for your time.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.